Over 100 pro wrestling promoters opened up about their biggest frustrations with talent. And on the one hand, while this could have turned into nothing more than the airing of the grievances, I happen to think it's actually turned into a blueprint. And if you can follow this simple 3-step formula, I guarantee you will have more bookings in the next 90 days. Ready? I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. If you want to break through in a bigger way, you want to experience greater success in pro wrestling, then subscribe to my channel right now. I want to shout out Brutal Bob Evans, who started this whole conversation a few days ago on social media with this post asking promoters what their top 3 frustrations with talent currently are. And while it's easy to look at the results and think this is nothing more than what promoters are griping about right now, if we flip that pancake over, I actually think they are revealing to us exactly what they want from professional wrestlers. And those who are able to rise and meet this demand from promoters, I have no doubt in my mind, they're going to have more bookings within 90 days and probably less. So how about we count down from 3 to 1 all the top vote getters, because your old pal Mike went through every single response and tabulated the results, and we're going to go through them all, or at least the top 3, right now. We're starting our countdown with the 3rd most frequently mentioned frustration of wrestling promoters. 18% of the respondents cited this as a frustration that they have with the talent that they book. It's the wrestlers' failure to promote themselves. And while we could just hear the complaint that is from nearly 1/5 of active wrestling promoters right now, therein lies an opportunity, because wrestling promoters are saying they want talent that promotes themselves. And that means, whether they know it or not, they want get-over promos. Get-over promos, just like a get-over or squash match, is designed to develop just one character. It doesn't develop both like a branding promo or money promo does. So this is probably the first promo you were ever taught to cut in promo class. The one where you say your name 3 times and then clarify your value to the listener. That is a get-over promo. It's all about you. And the clearest and most succinct way to go about clarifying your value is to say your differentiating value proposition, the statement that gives you value and makes you different from everyone else. And if you don't have a DVP or you're still working on yours, help is available. I go over exactly that in detail. It's the 2nd of the 7 keys to becoming a better performer that I discuss at length in my book, 7 Keys of Becoming a Better Performer, available now on Amazon and Audible. Inside this frustration that almost 1/5 of wrestling promoters have just given voice to is an opportunity you can seize right now. If promoters want wrestlers who promote themselves, put aside time to cut a batch of get-over promos. And the great thing about get-over promos, because they only develop one character, you don't need to know who your opponent is. You don't need to know exactly how you're being booked on the next card. If you've got the date, if you know the name of the company that you're working for, you can get to work on a get-over promo. Just remember the essentials. You're going to try to say your name 3 times, and you've got to clarify what your in-ring value is. Get that in there, and job is done. Before we crack open number 2 on the countdown, would you give me just 1 second and 1 tap of your finger, please, and leave me a like-a-palooza on today's video? I would really appreciate it. It does help. It sends an engagement signal to YouTube, and then they share my video with more people. Thank you. Number 2 on the countdown, mentioned by 19% of the respondents, was their frustration with wrestlers' seeming inability to show up at call time. I did not respond to Brutal Bob's post with my top 3 frustrations, but if I did, this would have made my list too, because it's such a pet peeve. If you are a professional wrestler, you treat this like a job, you're trying to make it your career, then you show up to work on time, and that's what call time is. It's when you are called to work. And if you were at any other job but showed up 15 or 30 minutes late every single time, you probably wouldn't have that job for very long. If showing up on time is something that you struggle with, my recommendation to you is, whatever the promoter says call time is, make your call time 1 hour prior to that, and set all the alarms and reminders you need to make it that way. So if you do end up being 15 minutes late, but your call time is an hour before everyone else, you're still 45 minutes early. And then use that time to do some professional networking. You're going to end up with even more bookings. Not only will the promoters love you for being early, but you're going to end up having more work as a result of all your networking efforts. Number 1 on the countdown, by a solid margin. 23% of wrestling promoters cited this as their top frustration with talent. It's wrestlers' inability to either turn in promos on time or turn them in at all. And I hate to say it, but I'm not surprised by this. It's been a major pain point in the overall discourse, both the independent level and the international level of pro wrestling, going on nearly 2 years now. Wrestlers are not doing their part to create promotional messages in support of their own bookings. I want to share with you my point of view on this. It's very much rooted in the way I came up in the business. But I want you to know you are entitled to your opinion too. You don't have to agree with me. But I'm of the opinion that when you accept a booking, it is part of your professional obligation to help promote that booking. You're going to cut some promos, even if getting that done isn't fun, easy, or convenient. Whether the promoters who were surveyed here articulated this exact thing or not, I know what they're asking for here is either a branding promo or a money promo, not a get-over promo like we talked about earlier. That only develops you, one wrestler, and that wrestler is you. A branding promo speaks to the why. It's what you believe or feel about the match. It leads with an emotional hook. Or a money promo which asks for the sale or compels the viewer to spend their attention on you. That's what promoters are asking for right now. 23% of the respondents said it's their top gripe with their talent. So if we want to see this as an opportunity to get you more bookings in the next 90 days, put time aside to do the work of cutting promos as seriously as you put time aside to go to the gym or go to training. Promoters have just told us they are basically begging for more promos. And if over the course of the next 90 days you can prove you're the person to deliver it, you're going to have more work than you know what to do with.